Hi guys, sorry about the poor recording on the previous overview of the phone, the looks. I don't have a DSLR yet, so I was just using my camcorder to zoom in. Once I get one, I think I'll do some justice to these videos. But nevertheless, now I'll take you through the settings of the phone. So like you see, this is the home page, and I'm not using the stock launcher that's provided. However, I'm using one of my favorite launcher. It's called the Arrow launcher. Now it's known as a Microsoft launcher. This gives you the benefit of having the app drawer, and that's very fluid as well. Doesn't use too much of your resources, and the plus thing, it's ad free. So this is how the Arrow launcher would integrate with your home screen. It will let you know the meetings. It will provide you news based on the location that you're choosing, your pictures that you've taken, your contacts, recent apps, and you can add widgets to it. Like I have added this stock for Microsoft. Okay. Now, coming down to this launcher, like I had mentioned earlier, one of the plus points that I see is basically the option where you get the app drawer, which is not present in the primarily Chinese OS phones. But I'll let you guys see how it actually looks. So the launcher that comes with this phone is called the MI Favor Desktop. And this is how it looks. All your apps are scattered on the screen. No option for the app drawer. Well, that being said, the phone also comes with another launcher, which is known as the family mode. Now this mode is ideally helpful for elderly people who are not used to using smartphones, who have been using the feature phone, and you get to see all big icons. You can add apps, you can add contacts. But for me, I am hooked up with the Microsoft launcher. Now that being said, let's take a quick look at the software that we get. So the phone comes with Android 6.0 Marshmallow, and I'm not too sure whether we will be getting the Nougat update any soon. Have a mixed feeling that we might not, but nevertheless 6 works flawlessly on this phone. Just after setting up the phone, I did get a security patch update, so that brought it up to May 5th, 2017. The plus point that I found out while using this phone, considering that I paid around 7,200 rupees, is the ability to use both Jio and my secondary SIMs from Aircel at the same time. And when I said same time, Jio is running on 4G VoLTE, and generally the second SIM you'll be getting an option to run it only in a 2G network, but this phone gives you an option to run it in 3G, because my experience with my previous phone, running the secondary SIM on 2G. The network was bad, the calls were dropping off. But with this phone, I'm able to run it in 3G and it works seamlessly. So that's one plus sign. Now the display, again, it's a 5.5-inch HD display, and with mirror vision you have the option of customizing the picture mode, standard, vivid and user mode. With user mode you obviously get an option for your contrast, saturation, brightness, based on how you'd like to set it. I'd like to leave it to standard, and I'll take you through a few other things, options that are available, like the dynamic contrast. So with the dynamic contrast, this is how a normal video playback would look, and as soon as you turn it on, you'll be able to see the difference. It's much more crisp. Contrast wise, you just turn it off, you'll see it will just be a little fade-ish. So if you are a person who's much into videos and YouTube, I think you can keep it on. Another good thing that I found out about this display is the blue light defender. We all know that the blue light is something not good to your eyes, and if you're using your phone quite a lot, then it's preferred you turn on the blue light filter, which gives it kind of a yellowish tinge, but I think that's good for your eyes. You also have adaptive brightness. You also have the option for the touch button backlight. Most of the phones won't have these options. Plus this comes with a capacitive buttons which you can use to navigate. This doesn't have a dedicated notification light which you get at the top, but it uses the home button to basically breathe, and that's what you monitor to see if you have a notification. Works well, but it takes a little bit of time for you to get used to it. Also, the wireless casting is available here. Coming to sound and notification, the sound is loud. I however feel it would have been great if they would have introduced a little bit of bass around the sound. I somehow feel it's a little bit shrillish at times, but it's loud, and even though it's in your pocket you would be able to hear the ring if someone's calling you. I'm not sure if I can play a ringtone and if that sound would be beneficial, but let me just... So this was one of the ringtones which I had downloaded. But these are the ones which come with the phone. Again, just skipping to the next settings because I'm not sure if you're able to hear this in the recording. very generic settings, the other sounds. You also have the do not disturb access. So when you do this, probably the notifications will be stopped for these. Now let's come down to gesture and motion. This is something good which I don't see in the mid-range phones. If you turn this black screen gestures, like whenever you try to draw a C and you turn on your phone and unlock it, the phone dialer will come up. Similarly, when you do a circle, probably you can set it up to Chrome, the browser will come up. Not too fan for this, so I've turned it off, but good thing. Similarly, double tap to wake, a must have in most of the phones. You have auto call, auto answer, flip to mute. Shake it, you can shake it to start either the flashlight or the calculator. So a lot of options in gesture and motion. You also have the option of the custom bottom key, whereby you can swap the recent apps and the back button. Very good options for users who are used to have the back button on the left hand side. Apps, nothing too fancy with apps, but I've just installed around 40 to 50 apps. The phone handles it with ease. Now coming down to storage, this phone has 32 GB of internal memory, and from the 32 GB you get ideally 24 GB free. Now I was initially a little bit skeptical whether that would suffice my usage, because with the 16 GB variants of phones I was falling short of internal memory. Now with this, yes, I've installed a lot of apps. As you can see, it's around 9 gigs, and my WhatsApp itself has around over a gig of data. So I think this is quite a good amount of free space that I'm having, and I don't think I'll be crossing over the 24 GB that's available here. But good thing is, if you're using single SIM, you can convert the other free space of this hybrid SIM slot with an SD card, which will go ahead and you can set it up as your internal memory or the default write disk. So that's a good option. So I'll now try to insert an OTG drive. It supports OTG. Something happened, right? Let's see. Yeah, that's the portable disk. And like as I said, it says like, do you want to change the default write to the disk? I'll say cancel. Yep, and that's my portable storage. I can go to the inbuilt app, the file manager. It currently lists the phone, external devices. Yeah. This is the portable device, and these are the files inside the portable device. and like you can basically copy between your internal device and the portable device seamlessly. You can select the external device and you can just paste it. So we'll come out of the storage. I'm very happy with the storage that we're getting with this phone. Next we'll jump on to the power management. So guys, what you're seeing here is not fake at all. When it says 58 hours, yeah, roughly it depends on your usage as well. So if I'm using it quite heavily, I'll get around 1.5 to 2 days. I have a lot of apps which are set to push notifications, so they would tend to drain the battery, and the CPU, they will be using that, so that will obviously drain the battery much faster. But no complaints with the battery as such. The full charge from 10% to 100% goes to around 2 hours 10 minutes. It's a quick charger that's supplied that works well. Another good thing that I've noticed is inbuilt you can go ahead and load the apps, and you have an option to disallow auto start. So not all apps would you like to go ahead and auto start and utilize your the memory of the phone unnecessarily. So that's a good option to go ahead and stop them from loading during a boot. Overall, very happy with this 5000 mAh battery. Now coming to the memory, obviously I'm running a couple of high memory utilization apps to do the recording. So I have left with like around 1.3, but overall I have seen this ranges, like the free memory ranges from 2 GB to 1.8. Location, the GPS and all, I found it works excellent. It has the magnetometer sensor, which helps you turn the maps when you're driving based on the compass settings. That's one good thing. The reason why I spoke about it is in one of the other videos that I saw about this phone, the review videos, it mentioned that this doesn't come with a magnetometer, so that's incorrect. Fingerprint sensor, yeah, like all with the fingerprint, when you have the fingerprint sensor available, you can obviously unlock the phone. You also have a private space through which you can go ahead and lock your apps. You can take a photo, answer a call, view the notification drawer like I'm doing right now. I'm just swiping my finger on the fingerprint scanner, and there you go. So a lot many options are there. Yep. Another best thing about this phone, it comes with a super key. Now the fingerprint reader can also be pressed, and based on those settings you can set up the super key functionality. So if you click on it once, it takes a screenshot, double click takes a quick shot, and long press it will go ahead and turn on the flashlight. So let's try a single click. There you go, the screenshot has been taken. Long press, yeah, that turns on the torch. a good feature. And what more can you ask from a phone which you purchase at around 7,200 or 8,000? So that's the super key. Also, I generally switch off the phone at night, and I schedule the wake up at around 6:30 in the morning. So yeah, if you're not using the phone at night, you can very well use this, because I use this because I have a landline, so that's, you know, for emergency people can, you know, contact me there, but I really don't want to keep the phone turned on throughout the day unnecessarily. So next, this is I'm running the CPU-Z to show you the CPU details. Yeah, the only thing that you won't have here is the gyroscope sensor, and yeah, I don't use it, so I'm okay. So if you see, it also comes with an inbuilt step counter. I'll show you what that is. So they have this own S-Life app, and if you turn it on, you can basically count your steps. So I'll start to walk with the phone in my hand or in my pocket. It will basically go ahead and, you know, capture the steps. Not that accurate in the sense, like when I'm traveling in a car, it keeps on adding some ghost steps, but nevertheless a good feature to have. And then this is the graph that you can check for a week or a month. This comes inbuilt here. So you'll see that also here in the notification. Hey guys, I'm going to talk about another cool feature in this phone, which is basically the app lock feature. Not only apps, but you can go ahead and lock your communication, videos, pictures, files. So in order to do that, you have to first go to fingerprint, go inside the fingerprint management, and ensure you have access private space set up. Now once that's done, go to your app store and locate private space. I've already set it up because this requires a pattern password to be set first, and then select the app lock. Now if you're coming here for the first time, you'll have to go ahead and set fingerprint, because by default the pattern would be set. So we have set fingerprint, and now we'll go ahead and set Chrome to be app locked. So let's see how Chrome behaves now. And there you go. It's asking me to validate the fingerprint. And that's done. And here comes Chrome. So quite a handy feature. And while I'm talking about the fingerprint, there's another option in the fingerprint which I should update you guys. That's basically you can quick open different apps with the fingerprint. So I have registered 2 fingerprints, or 2 fingers rather. You can go ahead and select one of your apps, and when you touch the fingerprint sensor with that finger, that app would basically be launching. Quite a handy feature. Hi guys, I'm going to take you through the camera settings and take few sample images during daylight. So let me launch the camera app. So if you see, it can go ahead and focus perfectly. There's no issue with the focus. It's snappy. So let me focus on the cars, and there's the picture. Let me try to focus on the swimming pool. 2x zoom. Okay. What I'll show you as well out here is one of the cool features in this phone or the camera app is the picture-in-picture. So all you have to do is select this, and hey, that's me. So once that is set, what happens is your picture basically has an inset of the front view camera as well, so you get to capture both the rear as well as the front camera picture. So comes out quite well. So let's take a look at the 2x zoom image. I tried to capture the swimming pool. Not bad in daylight, frankly speaking. And this was with the normal 1x. I am pretty much pleased with the image quality during daytime. Let's take a quick look at the camera settings. Guys, I've also seen this ZSD, which I believe would be zero shutter delay. If you turn it on, sometimes the image quality is not that great, so I prefer keeping it off. It might take a fraction of a second more if you turn it off to click the image, but the image quality is much better. You can also save the pictures in the raw DNG format. Video mode, you have the EIS, which is electronic image stabilization. Now if you turn it on, I have seen mostly at night the video quality, it darkens it a lot, but yes, we do see the stabilization taking effect. So guys, that being said, overall the camera quality is I would say more than average. It's pretty good during daytime. It only suffers during night or low light conditions. So guys, I'm recording this through the rear camera, and the details it's able to capture, and it's in daylight. Let me get a car. And tap to focus as well. So the rear objects, you get to see the bokeh effect. Hey guys, it's around 1:15 at night, and I'm here to test out the camera performance at night. You see there's a little bit of lag when I'm just moving around. Also a lot of noise, which is expected at this low light condition. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and focus on the buildings and take a HDR pic. You have to be patient not to move during a capture of the HDR photo. Now I'm going to take the same photo without HDR. I'm going to focus on the buildings. There we go. So let's look, what do we have here? Okay, this is the one without HDR. As you can see, you can barely view the balconies in the non-HDR photo. Let's see if the HDR one has anything different for us. Oh yes, so the backfill is much more, even though we do see noise, but we're able to see the structure. So with HDR, yes, it works a little better at night, but like as I said, it struggles to find and focus with when you have very low light condition. So that being said, let's take a selfie. So with the selfie, if I move around the buildings, it's not that bad. So I'll go ahead and take a picture, a selfie, without the flash. Okay, and now we'll take a selfie with the flash. Now guys, mind you, there is no inbuilt LED for the front flash. The whole screen just lights up, which creates a flash effect. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's me with the cap at 1:15 a.m. With no light condition. We have a lot of noise, yes, but the screen flash actually does a good job in trying to capture the image at this low or no light condition when compared to this without the flash. So guys, what we'll do now is I'll go ahead, switch to the rear view camera, and I'll go inside and try to capture this image of the wind chime which I have taken in the morning, and I'll take this without the flash. As you see, it's struggling a bit. So yeah, a lot of noise is there, but that's expected out of this mid-range phone with a 13 megapixel autofocus rear camera and a 8 megapixel front-facing camera. I would say this camera works above average in daylight condition. I'll share all the pictures and you can just take a look and decide. Not a bad deal at all with the price that you're paying, and the average camera or a little below average at night is something that you can deal with. Shouldn't be something that you'll be cribbing about. The daytime photos are, like I said, above average. Hi guys, I hope you liked this video and it was probably informative enough for you to go ahead and decide whether this phone is for you or not. Again, this video is currently being shot from the front camera of the ZTE Blade A2 Plus. Now the only thing that I think you might have an issue is with the night camera captures. This camera doesn't perform that well at night. It's a little sluggish, but with average lighting I think it does take decent enough pictures. Now for me, I don't have any queries with that. I don't do much of night photography, and to have a proper camera which could capture great night images, you would have to obviously invest a lot or invest in a DSLR. So at this price range I don't have any issues with this phone. It's way above the average phones that you get. The Mammoth battery lasts around 1.5 to 2 days with average usage. I don't play a lot of games, but yes, the normal games like the Subway Surfers, the Temple Run runs smooth. It doesn't heat up the phone. However, if you'd like me to go ahead and install high-end games like Asphalt and things like that, just put a note in the comment and I'll go ahead and do that and let you guys know. Now overall, the form factor, the display, it's very good. It's slightly towards the heavier side, considering it has that 500 mAh battery, but the weight distribution is quite well, so you wouldn't feel that. You'll get used to it after using it for a couple of days. So another thing which I have noticed is people who would like to use cases, covers of this phone on our Indian shopping portals like Amazon, Flipkart or eBay. You won't get much options, and even if you get options, those are quite highly priced. Now if you have an account with AliExpress, you have multiple options there, so you can look into AliExpress and order for the same. Now for the ZTE Blade A2 Plus, I'm going to create a Facebook group for users who are basically using it, and we can stay connected. So I'll share more details in the comment below. But for now, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for future reviews and updates. So till then, have a great day ahead. Bye bye.